So, of course, after reading, I decided to learn some history because we learned British history, not Kenyan history, for the time that I did history. And one of the things I searched was, when was the Mau Mau formed? Where were the rest of the tribes in Kenya when the Mau Mau were forming in the forest? And I was very, very surprised. I've never heard of the Nandi Revolution. I know about Mekatilili. Is it Mekatilili? I have to check, but I'm a Maasai man. I didn't know that they were actually also involved in trying to kick out the colonizers earlier, even before the Mau Mau. So I had to ask myself some very uncomfortable questions, which now I can handle because to some extent, I'm okay with everything. I'm no longer a youth. When I saw this meme that let the young man chase after the elephant. If he kills the elephant, then he wins. If the elephant kills him, then he still wins. I'm no longer young. I'm middle-aged. And one thing you realize when you're in your middle age, there's so little that you can control. The world is huge. There are huge powers that control a lot of things. And most of us can only be spectators. The only real change you can have is within yourself. How are you going to react to situations? And also to realize that you're not going to go kamikaze and destroy yourself trying to revolutionize things that many have tried and were not able to. And because of this, one of the notes that I found based on Weep Not Child is this question: does the book convey hope? Why? Why not? So this is written because Goge wrote with the Kikuyu in mind, but listen. It says, conditions in Kenya during this period had eroded even the most resilient spirit. However, Joroge's final decision to carry on to try and support his mothers suggests that even though the Kikuyu people have been irreversibly traumatized, their sense of community and family loyalty will carry them into the future. They may not be happy or comfortable, but they will persevere. So to me, regardless of whoever you are, the decision to carry on is important when you realize that you cannot take your own life. Well, you can, but it won't solve many things. It won't solve everything. You decide to move on. And this line here, you may not be happy or comfortable. You keep persevering. And when I think about it, I quite understand our grandparents. They persevered a lot. They persevered being hired to pick coffee na mangotore meli. And that's the life you grow up with. You learn to just persevere whatever situation, and it doesn't get better. But what do? You just carry on. And that is how life is. Life, whenever you think you figured it out, it gets worse. Yeah, but you just have to go on.